top right-hand corner. I wish I could explain what that was. And what looks to be speakers on the ceiling.
Oh, that's a good catch.
And a fire alarm system. That's I don't remember.
Good old 1912 fire alarms with LED lights and strobes.
JBL speakers existing back then. Now in this shot we've got 3 of the funnels smoking, but the smoke is going into the direction of travel, which if the ship is moving at about 18 knots, the smoke would be coming backwards, not forwards. And then here we've got these people's hands.
I didn't know this is on the PlayStation Store.
It's become a very wish-listed game, even though the game doesn't exist, won't exist, and can't exist. The only really good Titanic kind of simulator, in terms of ones that you can really explore the Titanic in historical accuracy,
Sony, come on.
is the project by Titanic Honor and Glory.
Yes, Titanic Honor and Glory. This is what I want to talk about, okay? Because I have done an interview with James Penka, who is like one of the head people working on this project. So I want to talk about this. And you should watch the entirety of his video. He goes into a lot of detail about his experience with Titanic Honor and Glory. It seems
I want to play this map.
so you should watch the full video. Again, go give Cyberboy
Welcome to Halifax. Last stop on the Underground Railroad. Everybody step off with their own story. Boy, do I got
Wait,
one for you.
I already played this.
Story about a young man and the boy he used to be.
Tell me your name.
George Washington Black.
How did you do that? He's a clever one, isn't he? You're going to be working with me from here on out. We must leave. Do you understand? It is time to fly.
Big fella come in on the ferry looking for a black man. George Washington Black.
We're both dreamers. Can't we dream up a different world? Handing passing as a white woman.
Your marriage to McGee is vital to our
Wait a
survival.
minute.
A young woman will burn down the world to find you.
Death can't frighten us.
You ain't gonna leave till the job is done. You
Yeah.
want a job.
Surrender to no one.
Only way black folk won't climb this mountain is if we pull each other along. This just ain't his story. It's our story.
willing to change the world.
And that's what you're gonna do.
Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day of checking these buttons. Thank you for tuning in one more time. As promised, we got 2 videos today. This is the second one. Hope you enjoyed it. The earlier one today. Also, yesterday on HT, I said I was in the drop 2. I only got to drop the 1. So we never got to put the H in the T. We're going to put some H in this one right here. So at the end of this video, we'll celebrate HT, even though it's a day late. So without further ado, check that below, sub button, all that good stuff. Let's get these buttons. Let's go. All right, now today, first set up by the FGC hates any newcomers beating our legends, and while Geiger feels like there's a target on his back, buttons that need to be checked. All right, so this is an interesting topic. I was watching an interview. I think Team Reject posted it a few weeks ago, right? They had the team up there, the legends that are going at it this year. And the funny thing is mentioned was Daigo was talking about, they were like talking about the pressure, how you guys are always seem to be in the spotlight. And Daigo was like, I'm kind of used to it. It's just life for me at this point. I feel like there's been a target on my back. I'm more like a bounty. Like anytime somebody beats me, they treat me as if they, like I said, like a bounty. You know what I'm saying? They pop off. It's somebody's long-lived dream to beat Daigo the Beast, which I can get that, but at the same time, it's weird because when we see that as a community, a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people in the community seem to get pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a name that we don't know, almost taking it as disrespect. Like, who the hell is this person that just beat the GOAT? Anyway, let's pick it up right here. All the links down below for these videos so you guys can check out the full version. Let's go ahead and check out the piece of the interview that I'm talking about. Let's go, let's go. Right here.
Monkey out. What the fuck you talking about? Get in my chat with that nonsense. You don't wanker on now. Come on down to the UK and say that, mate. You don't know who you're talking to. I wrestle alligators. This is the last stage. I'm playing on extra hard, mate. I'm doing no death hit run, mate. What you know about that, mate? You see the skill it takes, mate. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
I've been marked since then, so I really don't care about the rumors anymore because I think that's just life as it is. Once again, rough translation.
What's up?
Alright, so there you have it. So real quick excerpt, like I was saying earlier too, link down below so you can check out the whole thing. They kind of go into talking about the team, how they're grateful to be together, their strategy, a little bit about that this year. Lashar made an interesting point. He was saying that this year might actually actually used last year. Now, I'm assuming he's talking about participating in the XFL. I don't know if it's just like as a competitor or if it's just in teams, but he definitely said this might be his last year, and also that he's worried about his health. Everybody's getting a little older. He's a little on the younger side, but he's still like, I'm still health conscious. Anyway, very interesting if you guys want to check that out. So continuing on there, Daigo goes on to talk about, I'm a marked man. It's been that way for a while. I'm kind of used to it at this point. That reminds me, he just posted an excerpt. Jaime, the 14-year-old from Chile that played Daigo, I believe it was at CEO, and beat him. Did a little pop off at the end of it. Let me play that clip. It actually just shows a clip of it in the last video. Check it out. Alright, do the pop up right there. Now from there, this is where the conversation starts. Because it's been like this in the community for a long time. When somebody new, especially somebody young, right? Or somebody that doesn't have a name per se, beats one of our goats. There's a couple different reactions, but a popular one is usually like either the game sucks or something, you know what I'm saying, or who the hell is this? They're cheap, they were using a cheap character. Basically, either the game sucks or the character sucks. Now, if we go to the social media, right, going over to X, right after that, people responding saying, this is kind of the reason why esports cannot be taken too seriously. Teams can't normally be professionals. People can look at it like the team is great, or Street Fighter 6 is noob friendly. Ryu is broken, Daigo is washed. However you feel, I don't think this is a good thing. How y'all feeling about that? I don't think this is a good thing. Or look at all this Street Fighter 6. What does it say? Yeah. LOL, all this over Street Fighter 6 and book Ryu. Corny as hell. That's the trash energy Capcom wants these new players to bring to the scene. These scrubs are delusional as hell. Capcom be boosting people's garbage egos for money. The concept was play like Street Fighter 4 Daigo. Okay, continuing on, others right here say Daigo losing to a 14-year-old says a lot about Street Fighter 6 as a game. LOL. Now you do see a lot of other replies saying, you know, it was a cool match. They want to see more. What an honor it must have been for him to play Daigo and actually win. And a lot of them talked about possibly Daigo, I think it was like dropping some combos, so he kind of deserved to lose in that sense. But you do tend to see that a lot. Like we were saying, anytime somebody new beats one of our goats, this kind of comes out. We don't take lightly to it. And I don't know if it's necessarily just an FGC thing, more if it's like a sports thing. Because you kind of see that when it comes to everything, NBA, NFL, MMA, stuff like that. Do y'all remember when Mena fought Daigo? This is Daigo again. You know what I'm saying? Shit, maybe we're just really protective of Daigo. Do you remember when Mena fought Daigo? I can't remember. Maybe CEO 2017, something like that. Mena teabagged Daigo. Mena got so much fucking heat from the community. I think Mena at that time was still making a name for himself. He, once again, young kid, newcomer, but this time he fucking teabagged Daigo. Believe he won, and people were so pissed they were threatening him. Here's a little clip right here. Now it's in Spanish, so there's a little like rough translation. Let's go.
¿Por qué? Porque le ganó a un dios en donde se supone que él debería haber perdido. Háblanos, Mena, sobre ese bullying que hay ahora mismo en las redes sociales a nivel mundial.
So talk to us less about, I guess, talk to us less about the bullying and more about what's going on, the hate that you're getting from social media.
A Daigo. Para mí, el feedback era una burla en el juego. No es algo fuera del juego, profesional.
He said, for me, it was mockery in the game and not something outside of the game personally.
Yo lo hice a Daigo porque el canal de Daigo es un privilegio que nadie sabe si en su vida lo va a tener. Puede tener el privilegio de viajar, de segundo, pero nunca Daigo, la leyenda del Fire Emblem. Bueno, es una gran...
It's like many people are taking it as something I did, I guess, outside of the game, but it's a privilege, basically, to experience all this more.
Proeza lo que tú realizaste, porque a nivel de la mayoría de personas que tal vez no te conocían en el momento,
majority of the people probably don't know you as a player.
Común. Lo que más me llama a mí la atención son de personas que ni siquiera son nativos de la verdad y hablan como coño básicamente.
They said a lot of these people are probably not even like the active players or active in the league, so they speak with empty hatred.
Tú sabiendo que tú, aparte de Layo, eliminaste jugadores como Peter Rock, como Estupendos. Esas son cosas que en el streaming no se ven. Pero quiero que tú lo digas. Por ejemplo, esas opiniones de otras pueden afectar.
Whoa, shit! Oh, shit!
Yo siento que
Ho, 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 ho.
algo bueno que ellos podrían hacer en un tiempo
Ho,
que
ho, Merry Christmas.
más tiempo que
Merry Christmas.
podrían enfocarse en otro juego.
I meant to do that.
So basically he was saying
What? That was me!
respect you at this point. He was like, no, not anymore. Because
That was
basically
weird.
they couldn't do what I could do at the level that I could
Fuck
do.
me, right?
Either they've been playing longer than me or less than me, and they could not even come close to what I am achieving. I am over
Making my way downtown, smiling.
and
Oh.
I don't have to listen to any bad comments. There you have it. So that was the whole thing, man. This he did a whole post about it many years ago saying men are being disrespected Daigo with the T-Mac.
Daigo.
Somebody said they know that's not the way.
Daigo. Oh, come on,
Now,
man.
I do notice though, most
I'm
of these
shit.
replies are like, it's in the game. Get a fucking backbone. Like, don't be a punk. So what? Let the kid feel it himself. Let the kid pop up. It was nothing really disrespectful, more or less. Why are you being so soft? Okay. Well, yeah. So I thought the comments might be filled with, yeah, this guy, this and that. No. Most of them are like, why the title? Why are you being so damn soft? This one I found interesting as well. Somebody said, I think teabagging has a place during matches.
See, that's me right there.
But when you haven't
What the
done it
fuck?
all game, and your opponent has no power and
Okay, that's bullshit, man.
I think the proper taunt would be acceptable, though. Oh, what do you think about that? I don't know if I've ever.
When I use my Bosch espresso machine, I feel like a Bosch.
Hey, howdy ho, neighbor! Request to locate, huh? I think I know what I'm doing. I'll be done before you can smell 811.
Digging without locating the underground utilities is like driving with your eyes closed.
Jeff, what did you do? I think I broke the lock.
Safety is in your hands every dig, every time. Click or call Missouri 811.
George and Junior are fed up. They weren't planning on having to replace their brakes today, but they went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helps them find a deal on the right parts.
Thought about like different levels to fucking teabagging. So they're saying if you've done it through the game, it's useful because it takes a psychological toll. But if you don't do it all game, and then you wait for the very last second when they're about to die and they're stunned, then you do it, they're saying that's cheap as fuck. That's poor taste. I don't know. If y'all feel, do y'all feel like that's what that person said? There's a tasteful. Is there a tasteful teabag? You know what the hell I'm saying? I know this shit happens in the community because I've done it and fucking Dirty Low have done it. And a lot of times we do it, we don't even really know that we're doing it. And what I'm saying is I was mad when Mena won Cap Cup for the first time. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? The game must be broken. Like, this is bullshit. Like, it didn't sit well with me. I was so pissed off because I was rooting for my people. And when you're when you're rooting for your people and they don't pull it off, you feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? It's a shitty feeling. It's like I said, NFL, NBA. When I'm rooting for the fucking San Francisco 49ers, and everything in me to win, and they get knocked out by a lesser team, to me, I'm pissed. Fuck this team. It must be a fluke. They only won because of the weather. My dude was sick. He's injured right now. I'm coming up with everything, right? Because there's no fucking way they should have lost. I think it goes. It's not just solely MGC.
well balanced. Like, no, it was a good game. He deserved it. Let him pop off. Or is it that we're just really protective of Daigo? You know what I'm saying? Do not fuck with Daigo because that fusion will come on your ass. FGC ain't trying to hear that shit. Even this one, and I'm wrapping up with this. You remember back in, what was this, EVO 2019? I was there. Y'all know, Doc. My brother from another mother, he was playing Fudo. Nobody expected him to be Fudo. Look at this clip. Nobody thought he had a chance. Crazy, right? Crazy. The Doc took it like a champ. He was humble. But how do you think the community reacted? Look, somebody actually wrote this. Look at this asshole right here in the comment. The first comment says, this Dr. Adrian guy is so lame. He has clearly sold everything he knows for the Ernesto. That button check guy is so delicious. It looks like a Mexican Michael B. Jordan. Hashtag Ernesto B. Jordan. So there we go. That comment is true as fuck. But I'm just saying, that's proof in the pudding. All right, next up, Ludwig talks about Mango being banned. Another ban. We talk about from Supernova and Mango's response. He actually goes deep. Like we said, check. So we talked about this. I want to say just yesterday, but things got even worse. He dropped some more basically for like 10 years or some crazy shit like that. They were then speculating that he might start getting banned from a lot more things. Mango was like, it's my fault. I had it all and I threw it in the fucking trash. Others were responding as well. Well, it looks like that is exactly what is happening. Other people are following suit and they're starting to ban him altogether. Mango responds again. This time, it looks like it gets even deeper. Let's go ahead and check this out. It's linked down below for the whole video.
Put it out. Yeah, I believe Mango. I think I saw. I didn't see the tweet. I think Supernova tweeted that they are banning Mango. In light of a recent incident past weekend involving competitor Mango, we made a decision to no longer be able to be permitted to attend or participate in Supernova this August. The CK is of the utmost importance to us. This decision was made in alignment with our representation of the everything! These things are things before the
Very unexpected developments in your future. Your very near future.
There's no excuse if messed up and hurt people like our sublime. I take full responsibility. I
Right
reach out to
there.
the balls and make things right. Also, now my family carry seriously sorry. I mean, both of us. When I talked to my mom about it, she said I was glad my grandma wasn't around to see this. I still was glad that my grandma was around to see this. She passed away recently, and I hadn't said anything publicly, but saying that out loud to my mom was broken. So I'm crying out.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy, Delightful Kiss Boy, and today...
Can I call you Jean, please, dude? And you call me Zach.
Okay. That might have been the worst podcast I've ever done. It's like, but this was only 50 feet down.
But this is 50 feet.
Which, and he was the one Zach supposedly discovered. But he's discovered everything, basically. Yeah, genius. He's the best.
I discovered. Now. Before I tell you about what I discovered in the store that I discovered, I want to show the whole world what.
Alright, I played and saw a bunch of new upcoming games behind the scenes. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. In fact, I got to split it up between 2 videos. So.
Kick-ass combo, yes, that's it. Flavor town, it hits different.
Alright, I played and saw a bunch of new upcoming games behind the scenes. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. In fact, I got to split it up between 2 videos. So, here's the first one. Went to Summer Game Fest. There's a thing at Summer Game Fest behind the scenes called Playdays where I got to see a bunch of this stuff and beyond that, really. And the first thing I wanted to talk about, I'm cheating. It's not technically a game, but it's Xbox's handheld thing. The Asus ROG Ally X. This is Xbox's big foray into the PC gaming handheld territory. So yes, this is not like a thing that just plays Xbox games on handheld. It's more of a PC-focused device, focusing on going after things like the Steam Deck, etc. And I was really interested to see this just because like I am a ride or die Steam Deck person.
You come here to troll me? Oh, see, you made me die, motherfucker. Goddamn piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit!
The OS, the implementation,
Bullshit!
just the hardware.
God damn it!
I'm kind of just stuck with Steam Deck. I understand why people, lean towards other ones like the original Asus ROG or the Lenovo Legion Go. Like, I get it, but I was
Piece of
always just like, I'm
fucking
cool for Steam
shit.
Deck, that's great.
Fuck.
So I was interested to see this because I really like what they're doing in terms of the platform. With this being a heavily Windows-focused device, as someone who is a PC gamer but just despises everything about Windows, I like how this is presented here. I don't have to season things. Everything's stripped back to just be a focused launcher. And what I really like is Xbox's whole new thing about just being open to everything. So this device is going to let you launch Windows game, Xbox games, Steam, Epic, GOG, like whatever you have. And I own games across multiple things, and being able to easily access it here in a nice, clean interface is interesting. And along with that, I really like the feel of it. It is a little heavy. Like it's actually also thicker than it looks. It's actually, I found it to be thicker in person, like where the body of the screen is. I can look it off this way. And yeah, it's a chunky fella, I'll say that. But I think part of the chunk is warranted with the way the hand grips are. Essentially, it's a big Xbox controller molded into a deck or a portable device. And I think it worked really well. I think the controller feel was absolutely there. I'd say ultimately this still feels very much more like an Asus ROG thing rather than an Xbox thing. It has the Xbox button, but it doesn't look super, it's not in your face. I'm just really curious to see how this thing does. I'm very much interested in it, and after seeing it I was like, ooh yeah, I think I want to try and get my hands on that thing. With everything it's featuring, specs wise, it's pretty powerful. There's been rumored prices.
Oh my god, bro.
Pretty expensive. I can see myself getting my money's worth out of it, but that's going to vary, of course, from person to person. But one of the things I got to play quite a bit on it, actually, was Gears of War Reloaded. I got to see this new, remaster of a remaster of the original Gears of War up and running with all the bells and whistles. And interestingly enough, I played a lot of it on this ROG Ally X handheld. And I didn't realize until for a while that the frame counter was at the top right corner because it was so small on the screen. And I was playing that sucker at 75 frames per second at a point. And I thought that was pretty good. Yes, it's an older game. It's a remaster of an older game, but it's got a lot going on within it, at least. But aside from the handheld, I got to play it on a high-end gaming PC as well as on a PlayStation. I got to play Gears of War with a DualSense controller, and that was bizarre. As somebody who loved Gears of War, I had a period in my life where Gears of War multiplayer was the thing with some friends in early high school, I guess. Just an interesting experience. Of course, if you've already played the previous remaster cleanup of Gears of War 1, it's kind of what you expect, color palette, all that, little changes, better resolution, better textures, but now it's on overdrive, high frame rate, high resolution. It seemed completely no compromises, ran smooth as butter, and I just like also what they're doing here with cross-platform play and stuff like that with the multiplayer. So yeah, Gears of War Reloaded, very cool, ultimately kind of predictable, but I'm sticking with the Xbox thing. The Asus ROG Ally X, which is just such a mouthful, Jesus man. It does seem like a really cool handheld. I love the screen, I love the
go, baby.
quality of the device. device. I also like the launcher, the implementation, the scaled back windows, seeing and accessing different storefronts on there.
Oh,
really
shit.
like that. And honestly, as a handheld guy, I'm just excited to see.
Oh, come on.
Before we keep going, this video
What
is
the
sponsored
fuck?
by Bombas.
I said, what the
Fresh
fuck, man?
stock right here. I'm always rolling with these. They're essentially the best socks ever made. If you
Come
don't
on with
know,
the bullshit.
Bombas is behind a bunch of
Mm.
underwear, slides, but most importantly for me is their socks. Their attention to detail
My mind thinks.
is unmatched to the point where they actually made me. I never really thought about socks or cared about socks until I started wearing these because they're just that good.
Hey,
They
fishy
made me
fish.
a sock enthusiast. High quality materials, tons of
Fishy,
options,
fishy.
no seams, like I
Fishy,
said,
fishy.
like attention to detail with this stuff. No seams or tags. Premium material like merino wool and extra long staple cotton just goes a long way with their stuff. Plus, they have the policy of one purchase equals one donated, with Bombas actually providing over 150 million items donated to.
Anna Games, go away. You're mean to me.
The most requested items.
You're the meanest person on YouTube.
And this provides. Along with that, they have a 100%.
Go play your Roblox.
So if it doesn't fit right, you don't like the size, or you're just not into it.
I'm playing the hardest game ever made, and I need to fully concentrate on this, okay?
20% off their purchase. All you gotta do is click the link in the description down below, or head to bombas.com/onjake20. Then when you're there, use code onjake20 for 20% off your.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Again, that's bombas.com/onjake20,
You didn't see that.
and use code onjake20 for 20% off your first purchase. Check them out. Thank you.
You didn't see shit. You don't know what you're talking about.
Now let's get back to it.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I was really excited to see. This is Marvel's Cosmic Invasion.
Oh my god.
This is significant because
It's getting late.
Britannia and tribute to the folks that made Shredder's Revenge, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My game of the year. I like beat 'em ups, I like brawler games, and Cosmic Invasion.
Fuck my life in two pieces. Constipation, lubrication. Don't give a.
Not really surprised by what I saw. In terms of it seems pretty awesome. It's from those people, so it's got the good sprites, the good art, but also like the good control mechanics.
How did I do that?
There can be some complexity
Shunny?
to these simple
Sean Connery.
and that showed here. A lot of moves I was able to execute.
What is?
Wiggling the stick and figuring
What?
things out. But also,
That doesn't even make sense.
The fact that like you're swapping in and out characters, like a Marvel vs. Capcom or a tag team fighting game. You're tagging in characters, and in this type of game, it was really cool to be.
Alright. Just kidding.
And do a special ability and continue that combo.
Just kidding.
That was just really fun to do. Playing with another person cooperatively and us
Hadouken!
that up together up against.
Oh, I did it.
Having, like, essentially 4 characters almost attacking at once. Really cool shit to just see.
Sonic Boom!
But like complexity aside, just in terms of pure simple stuff. As someone who grew up playing like the X-Men, the 4-player arcade game, I like stuff like this a lot. Not to mention the fact that this game just has like some incredible art, the music, the style, the startup intro animation, all these characters incredibly animated, just look so cool. Wolverine, Storm, Captain America jumping in. I just love to see that. And then
Go away, Annas. You're not allowed here.
comboing as Spider-Man.
Anna's bananas. You're not allowed here.
I don't know. That stuff warms my heart.
No mean people are allowed.
It is like tailor-made for me, for my preferences. But
I know I'm a famous streamer and stuff, and you want my autograph probably, but you're not allowed here.
Kind of like work in progress presentation. I got to see the game running. I didn't get to actually get my hands on it and play it, but I did get to see a bit of Code Vein 2 gameplay.
I'm gonna squat jump you.
On my radar. I didn't expect
Squatter
this game to get
jumpers.
announced. I did play Code Vein, the original.
I'm gonna Bruce Lee chop you.
But afterwards, I kind of just like moved on, never really thought about it again. I thought it was pretty good, but I don't know. I wasn't necessarily begging for a sequel or anything, but here.
Don't be jealous of my skills.
Specifically around you're essentially shifting between 2 different kinds.
If you're so smart, then how do you get that thing up there?
Are out there, and then one where like the Revenant are completely wiped out. Or this is like
Huh?
this game universe's version of vampires, sort of. It's a long story, but essentially between shifting through these different time periods, like a destroyed world, a not so destroyed world, not only different color palettes and like different blocked entrances, enemy types, like all that really to me seems like it's a direct acknowledgement of kind of the first game having some boring environments. You know, the environments.
Get up there, go, 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 go! God, piece of shit! Fuck! Dude, the checkpoint is right there. God damn it! Ugh. Yeah, that's what you get, fatty.
What they are doing is giving you a lot more.
Oh, I get it now. Hold up.
As well as more build.
You gotta jump and then freeze it. Oh shit. Okay.
Your character. Not to mention they also did show. I know like the trailer just showed like 2 specific people, but there is a.
I got it. I got it. Yeah, let's go.
Once again, where you
Annie Milanakis, that shit. Bruce Lee's on my head. Cheese on my head. Give me some bread.
Anime or something like that, which is cool. I appreciate that stuff. So.
I'm not getting that TNT. Nope, not going to do it. Anona's games, not doing it. I don't like boxes. I didn't get no boxes.
This was awesome.
Oh shit.
Why I went into this just kind of not knowing what to expect. It's kind of obvious if you think about it. So it's a new Ninja
Thank God for checkpoints, huh?
Old Ninja Gaiden, not Ninja Gaiden that was born on Xbox and stuff like that, which I grew up playing, but the old school stuff, which I have some experience with. As a wee boy, all I knew was that it was really, really hard. And Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is very difficult. It seems like they're working around it and giving you some options and some room for some accessibility in certain ways in terms of like abilities and stuff like that. But still a very
hey, Dad.
challenging game, like with a screen filled with enemies flying at you that you have to carry and run and
okay.
Jump. But I very lead here. Why this is interesting is because it's from the Game Kitchen.
Oh shit.
When you prefer a dreamy vacation over a rental nightmare.
My armpits are sweaty. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Go, 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 go! Get out! Come here, come here! Come here! Come here! Oh! I did it! I did it! I did it, Anna Bobana. I'm so happy now. I'm the happiest person.
As much as I have limited experience with them,
I'm so happy I could eat a pizza with olives on it. Olives and pineapples.
Really, really cool. What I see here
no, wrong way. Go that way.
And their incredible art
no, not that way. What is that? No, not that way. This way. Why are you going backwards, bro? I can't even play the map right. Jesus Christ.
What I did notice, and this is good because it was like something that they had pointed out in the marketing, but I noticed it right at the forefront. The music really kicks ass. The music, a lot of it is in collaboration with the original composers.
I can't even play the map right, man.
I was just really happy with this one. I played a lot of it. I did die a lot, but I still found it fair. I found it doable. There's a lot to it in terms of like encouraging speed and rapid thinking in terms of like hitting a special orb that powers you up and allows you to kill an enemy in one hit. When you kill that enemy in one hit, the orb floats to the next enemy. You need to immediately deal to that enemy.
Why? Why did you just spin that fast?
Also tied to breakable objects and triggerable things in the environment. So a lot of it is around trying to juggle this powered orb.
Will they ever make another Crash Bandicoot? Will they ever do it, my friend?
Fast period of time. I think like in terms of speed running and just like crazy reflexes and stuff, I think people are gonna have a good ass time for this one. Next up, briefly, I did play Deadpool VR. I got to spend quite a bit of time in this world of Deadpool.
Oh, the ice
And,
is fucking me up,
it's
bro.
certainly interesting. So essentially,
Oh, it's
there's
fucking
a
me
whole
up.
level
Goddamn.
where Wade finds himself on a shield helicarrier under attack
Son of a
by an
fucking
enemy
bitch.
force, and you just kind of kill your way through. It starts off with a really good, like, Deadpool-esque gag where his head is separated, you're looking
Whoa, that was
at
cool.
the head, you're looking at your body, and you're moving the joystick to get your body to walk up off the table and come and pick up your head and put it on your body, and then you go nuts. And I think where this game will succeed is that,
God
like,
damn it.
kind of
I'm about done with
Deadpool
this shit, man. Frustrating.
wish fulfillment, where, I mean, like,
I'm
look,
gonna play
these
some Stellar
characters,
Blade or some shit,
you
you know
know,
what I
he's
mean?
very hard to kill, and he has 2 swords, and that flexibility right here, and I think it mostly works. What doesn't work, or at least, like, what I was able
This
to
is
do
what
in a
happens.
short period of time,
Okay, this
again,
is what
it's a work in
happens
progress game, but Neil Patrick
when you
Harris
fucking
is
suck!
really something I want, especially because it's not Neil Patrick Harris as character Deadpool. It's, to me, it sounded very much like Neil Patrick Harris as Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool. And I think
Ryan
that's
Reynolds?
where there's room for error. You have somebody like Nolan North,
This
who
fucking
did
nice.
Deadpool
Bro!
on the pretty
Bro!
underrated game for many years back, like before the Deadpool movies dropped.
I don't know how.
That's something like that. But with him kind of doing the Ryan Reynolds thing very, very specifically, it just didn't feel right. What did feel right was how comic booky and goofy and chunky the world was. A lot of references.